This video is showing the outside, and then we'll move to the interior, and then we'll move to a good part under the hood and some of the driveline components and stuff on my 1994 Dodge Dakota that I converted a 3.9 liter Cummins 4BT turbo diesel into. Basically wanted a vehicle as a daily driver that got some good fuel mileage, and at the same time it had four-wheel drive, was kind of good year-round, since we do get a little bit of snow here in central Ohio. So starting out with the driver's side, like you've been seeing for the last 30 seconds or so, then we'll kind of come around to the front. It is made out of, I don't know, various set of gauge steel for the front bumper. It does have a 2-inch receiver in the front. Works real nice, giving you a way to push hay wagons around if you need to with that front bumper. Or nice recovery point. The tires on it are a 265, 75, 16. They fit real good on this truck. Do a pretty good job. Had a couple sets on it throughout the life of since it's had the conversion done. You'll notice there's a little bit of a lift on the truck. There's a 2-inch suspension lift and a 2-inch body lift, which both were kind of needed to help facilitate that taller Cummins engine. It came stock with a 3.9 V6, so and moving around to the bed, 6.5 foot bed, extended cab truck. You just see 4-inch exhaust straight back. There's no unneeded accessories in the exhaust, just 4-inch pipe. Coming around, toolboxes in the bed, black diamond plate. There's the bed. Meant to originally get the bed rhino line, but that didn't happen, so kind of gives you a good depiction of what the bed looks like, how much rust. I mean, again, it was used as a work truck, so you're going to see just a little bit of stuff here and there where it has been used as a work truck. Not that it couldn't be a show truck, but that wasn't the reason I made it. You'll see modification there to the bed we'll get into a little bit later. It does have a trailer hitch with a 7-way plug and a 4-way plug and a 2-inch receiver on the back for towing. Okay, we're going to move to the inside of the truck. Everything inside's pretty standard with a few different modifications, I guess. Again, the truck did start out with a V6 gas motor with an automatic transmission. So that's going to be a little bit different. Now it does have a 5-speed manual transmission. All the original factory door locks, power windows, tilt steering. Did have cruise, but it does not have a cruise hooked up in the truck now. Alpine CD player, custom shifter bezel for the aftermarket manual transmission. The gauge cluster is also all auto meter gauges with the exception of the speedometer. Speedometers, a Speed Hut speedometer, which is a great speedometer, runs off of GPS. Does a real fantastic job. Real happy with it. Didn't have to mess with the sending unit for the speed. So real happy with that. It does have a boost gauge, and that's also cut out for a EGT, or exhaust gas temperature gauge. Again, just never got to that, but it is cut out and ready for it there if someone so chooses. I originally started putting a 47RH in the truck. I drove that for a while. Of course, that was for my overdrive and that was for my lockup, but now those have no function now that the much improved NV4500 transmission is in it. It is using the stock new process to 231 transfer case. Obviously is extended cab in the back seat, pretty self-explanatory. You'll notice the truck is tinted all the way around, 5% in the back, and then the driver and passenger window is 20%. All right, let's move to the front. You'll see a Cummins 4BT turbo diesel with a Bosch VE pump. It is not the P pump. The bracketry here was custom made. It's a little less bulky than originally comes on it. Works pretty nice for this application. Do kind of a walk around here. It does have a aftermarket radiator in it, purchased from Jegs with an aftermarket shroud made out of aluminum. Mechanical fan, I wanted everything to be mechanical, nothing to break down, no unneeded computers and sensors and crap like that. Of course, you still have your temp gauges, oil pressure gauges, you know, all your necessities. Probably going to get some questions as to what turbo I'm running. The best answer I have for right now is I don't know. I'll just have to do some research on that and figure that out. Did some horse trading and switching some stuff around, and this charger does a real good job. It comes alive pretty quick, not too much lag. Running 65 down the interstate, you'll carry 5 to 7 pounds of boost, and as soon as you roll into it, it's pretty responsive. It'll get up to about 34 pounds under peak or best conditions, I guess. It does have a degas bottle, which kind of gives you an extra gallon of coolant. So on top of the already improved larger radiator plus the degas bottle to give you a little bit more coolant, I don't know that I've ever heard the mechanical fan ever kick on. It does not overheat, and a lot of these run pretty cool anyway, so I've heard. It does have a intake heater that was put on. Fires up great in the winter. I fired it up to close to 20 below. Didn't want to, but had to go to work. But fired right up and gave her plenty of time to warm up. Does a great job. It also does have the plug-in, as you can see, inside of the block for plugging it in. Again, works great. It is intercooled. The charge air cooler runs in front of the radiator there, as you see. It is air conditioned. You see the air conditioning compressor way down there in the bottom. Great thing is your alternator, your air compressor, or I'm sorry, your AC compressor, your alternator, your starter, all of your accessories are going to be stock off of a 1994 3/4 ton or 1 ton Dodge with a diesel in it. So any auto parts store that you're going to come across nationwide should carry that stuff. So tried to make everything to where it doesn't matter what state I was in or where I was at. Everything was pretty much easy to find that way. It does have all nylon fuel lines that run back to the tank. Again, there's the setup to where the automatic transmission kickdown cable and stuff was in, but it's kind of not needed anymore since it has that NV4500 5-speed in it. All the machine work's done to the engine on the internals, had the rotating assembly balance, kind of smoothed it out a little bit. The fuel pump, everything was gone through. I know they had to ship that out to another place, took a while to get back because they had the rotating assembly or whatever inside that thing. I've never had one apart. Had to be re-chromed or something of that nature, so it was gone through, and I think they did a 3,500 RPM kit in it. I think that's right. It was a while ago. It does have ARP head studs in it. It is using marine grade pistons. It was honed 20 over when I had the machine work done. The stainless steel heater hoses, it's a great upgrade. You don't have to worry about the hoses laying across the exhaust manifold. That has been absolutely fantastic. You just have some short rubber pieces there. It's been a great upgrade. I'm not really sure what else I'm missing, but I'm sure there'll be something. Thanks for watching.